chances are that it's still out there for a better price. So make one last check before you book. The Trivago check. Trivago compares prices from over 150 websites to make sure you find your ideal hotel for the best price. Hotel Trivago.
And this evening, a new SFPD controversy. A couple of San Francisco cops who reported a fellow officer's racist remarks are being called snitches. New at 6, Mark Kelly on the influential Voice calling out those officers. Mark?
Well, Alan, except for using the word snitches, he stands by his comments 100% and says that there's a witch hunt underway for cops. Gary Delaney, president of the San Francisco Police Officers Association for a decade and a consultant with them for 3 years now, took his frustrations to Facebook. Officers are now being encouraged to be trained snitches on one another, he wrote. Delaney's talking about 2 Bayview officers who stepped up and reported a sergeant who allegedly used racist and sexist language talking about black people he patrols in the Bayview. Delaney writes that 2 other officers who heard the statement immediately raced to their superiors and snitched him off, as our officers are now taught to do. This officer did nothing wrong other than making an ill-advised statement, and now they want to hang him and then brag about it to the media. Disgusting.
The former POAs say that was really a bad thing and they just should have kept their mouths shut and they shouldn't have snitched off is appalling.
Former judge and KPIX5 legal analyst LaDoris Cordell says the POA should reject Delaney's statement because police code of conduct essentially says officers have a duty to report bad behavior.
And one of the rules is if you see wrongdoing among your other officers, it is your duty and obligation to report it, which is what these officers did when they heard a sergeant making a very racist statement.
The police commission is taking a look at the officer's case right now, and they will decide whether he should be disciplined or even fired. As for Delaney, he said the officer has no past history of racism, and he believes that should be considered in this case. Live at San Francisco PD, Mark Kelly, KPIX5.
That makes my life easier. I'm using. Hey Cortana, remind me we have a play date tomorrow at noon. I need that in my world.